Hello and welcome, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love. This is your August 2019 reading on the path of true love, and I am your reader for today, Mark A. Lyons, Mal for short, and a Pisces moon. This is the last one. I do them in order because I am a Virgo. I do it in order. I have my checklist, easy to remember. So this being the last one of this series, there will be more coming. The Drunk Tarot series was a little bit of a detour that was fun to do, Pisces. I figured you might get a kick out of that or not, but we'll see what comes next. I'm going by what my angels, gods, and masters show me to do and direct me. So the decks are already blessed for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on path of true love for August 2019, as well as I said, the prayer and yeah, I'm tuned to the collective, and I'm feeling, I mean, I want to say kind of groovy, but there's a lot going on under the surface, but it feels smooth and cool, at least for the moment, right? So let's see what's going on, shall we? I'm going to start, as I do with these Path of True Love readings now, starting with the Caroline Myss Archetypes deck, tuning to and receiving one card for the Divine Feminine in this Path of True Love relationship, and one for the Divine Masculine. To reiterate, we are not talking about bodily gender. We're not talking about men and women necessarily. We're talking about yin and yang, divine energies, God and goddess, Lord and lady, sun and moon, right? That polarity, that complementary opposite that really does help serve the divine plan in relationship, whether through lessons or transformation or accelerating our spiritual path, or maybe there is a soulmate, twin flame, true lovey thing going on. That's why we're here, to have a look-see, just see. And I also learned if I solidify the deck in the center of the table, it doesn't make the candle wobble so much. You've got to live and learn. Okay, God got us, all that is. Please, can you give us a card for the Divine Feminine in this Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for August 2019. Please, one for the Divine Feminine. The Samaritan, very funny. I just got this card the other day in my own personal spread. I check pretty much every day. I pull one from each deck. It's a good one. It's funny because I had to go to Good Samaritan Hospital that day. Funny how things work when life is tarot. I'm sorry. Pisces Moon, you know, the moment I go non-linear. See, I just went linear. Let's do this. Let's tune to the Divine Masculine in this Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for August 2019. Oh, God got us all. That is the healer. The healer. This one has not come up yet. So many of you are healers. Oh, this already. The Samaritan and the healer. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Because you've got definitely the healer in the healing family of archetypes, and I believe the Samaritan is wild card. I think it's either wild card or action family. I will check. What do you think? I hear them. Don't you? Do you want to? Sorry. So just tuning to these again, the healer and the Samaritan, it seems like these relationships that I'm tuning to in the collective, regardless of sign, some of them really have ancient stories behind them, going back to maybe even the beginnings of civilization. Now, the Samaritan refers, it's scriptural. It's New Testament. Yeah, the Good Samaritan. There's a whole story there. We'll get to it, but let's get our other cards on the table before I start going down that desert rabbit hole. Mercury's direct, but we're still in the shadow. I'm not telling the muggles. They'll find out on their own. And I'm just the messenger. My angels, please. There you are, my Gabrielites. I felt them before when I was blessing the deck. It was just so sweet and so soft. So my Gabrielites, please, one card in overview for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for August 2019, please. a clue, a tip, a hint. Oh, we got two. Freedom and retreat. Now, you know me. I ask for one. I usually take one, but this one, these two felt like one card. So when we're looking at retreat and freedom, I mean, the most obvious thing there is run for your life, run for your life. But that doesn't feel like what I'm feeling here, like at all. So I will lay down the other cards and see what this is about, because we don't always retreat solo, people. Sometimes we retreat with a good friend, right? Weekend getaway. And it is August. New moon in Leo today with the eclipse. By the way, I'm doing this, taping this August 1st. So blessed Luchnesad to you, Lamas, as you choose to call it. The Festival of Lu, the first harvest. Oh, I've got a video in my archives, if you look under Sunday morning services, that I do one for each of the Sabbats when the silver broom was a thing. It is no longer as a physical location. It's a good thing I got stuff on tape, recorded, digital, whatever. Here we go. My gods. There you are. I've got Diana, I've got Hera, and I've got Hades, and that's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Two mothers, and a, well, patron, father, but more like husband. I love Hades. God, goddess, it is my gods, please. One card for this Pisces sun, moon, rising Venus sign on the path of true love for August 2019. Please, a clue. Oh, mother, a tip, a hint. Oh, mother, 10 of Cups, Inanna's house of heaven. Ecstasy. Now, by the way, Inanna, you might want to look into her myth, particularly with her sister Erishkigal. Just thinking there might have been a little bit of shamanic, just that, a little bit of death and rebirth on this one, Pisces, considering if you are any kind of first wave, emotional, sensitive, empath, yada, 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 particularly the divine feminine, you're feeling it, but it's nice to see that 10 of Cups in general for something Pisces. I'm a Pisces moon as well. But that a seed, an Ace of Cups was planted and comes to fruition where your cup runneth over. And it feels like for both of you. So again, that retreat and that freedom. See, it's like you want other cards on the table, or you always end up going too literal, in my experience. My masters of true love. Oh, hi. Can I please have one card for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for August 2019? A clue, a tip, a hint. Communication. Communication. So if there has been separation, he said, grabbing his sacred holy water. Really, this is what I felt, but there is something, like I said, a little bit feels like under the surface, under the covers here, hence that retreat. But the freedom is here. This is, I mean, I'm not going to hazard a guess just yet to say whether this is twin flame, soulmate, true lover, but this feels very soulmatey. Let me read the Samaritan for the divine feminine. Oh, by the way, I'm still giving my eyes a couple of days break from the contact lenses. And I have hard lenses. I know that horrifies people, but I love them. Easier to find. I've had contact lenses in one form or another since I am 12. Oh, right when I started reading tarot. Interesting point. Put it in the book. Okay. Oh, look, I have teacher face. The Samaritan, remember, every archetype is light and shadow. The light attribute refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Now, I feel like that's really key, that the divine feminine here kind of has that freedom to sort of step forth and help those that not just other people would ordinarily ignore, but that divine feminine might ignore otherwise. Interesting. Shadow attribute, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. And I get a little gut zap on that. Divine feminine, I'm just going to say, if that is the case in the shadow, everybody has that. Don't beat yourself up about it. Be gentle on yourself, particularly if you are the Pisces in this situation. Because we do lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and Pisces can be more in touch with that than any of the other signs because it is the 12th house, the unconscious. Maybe Scorpio in the 8th house can have some easy access there too. The water signs would. But to kind of get that, it's also to be kind and to reach out and serve those parts of yourself that you would otherwise ignore. Yeah, because you are feeling most likely for the collective, and there are a lot of people who are feeling disenfranchised and otherwise, and I'm not tuning into that because I will either get angry or sad or both. You feel that? Whoa, like a wave pool went through. Okay, so the divine masculine. They're Ray-Bans, aren't they fabulous? I'm not changing the lenses until I find a place that will keep the frames. They always want me to buy new frames. I'm like, no. Classic for a reason. The healer. Now, I'm kind of thrilled about this. I have the healer, Kronos archetype. I've been a healer since I'm freaking born. Oh, so it's nice to see one of my main 12 light attributes of the healer. And we know this, and of course it's written in light blue writing. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. Now, a divine masculine with that is going to be a bit more overt with it, right? And so maybe we're talking about something a bit more physical, massage, shiatsu, something that is really more tactile in that way. But with the vibe I'm getting here and with this retreat, it feels like a freedom retreat for the two of you, that there is going to be a mutual exchange. And I'm wondering if this divine masculine often is ignored or people don't want to deal with, hence the Samaritan. Shadow side, though. Let's do the shadow side of the healer. And, you know, the shadow sides of the main ones, we kind of know, we can feel it. Taking advantage of those who need help. Failing to care for oneself. Well, the failing to care for oneself, there we go. There's a natural little match there because, right, would help those people would other ignore. Well, healer, are you ignoring yourself? Are you ignoring your own needs, your own wounds? Hey, look, we all do it. The healer's path. I mean, look, I'm writing a book called The Path of True Love, but I could write one just as easily. Well, maybe not just as easily on the path of healing. I think there are other teachers and authors and people who are more equipped for that. My thing is really about the mystical path and the healing that happens as a result of walking the path deliberately, consciously, and for the well-being of all. Alrighty. What do you want me to tune into here? The nature of the retreat. I heard that loud and clear. Tarot. Daughters of the Moon, my gods, please. One card, please, of clarification to place right underneath the angelic card of retreat. Please, what is the nature? Please show me the nature. What is the nature of this retreat? What is the nature of this retreat? Oh, the Emperor. Yeah. I'm going to say that this retreat is one to initiate and get some things done. I mean, the Emperor is all of the kings put together. It is by nature phallic energy. This feels like a little bit of a getaway to experience some freedom, to let some cups overflow or be filled, as case may be. Well, they got to fill to overflow, right? But also a lot of communication, right? This communication card is just jumping out. I mean, now I could tune into what are they going to communicate about? But you know what? That's when the quantum threads start branching wildly, and you can really go into stories that may not relate to we're shooting to help the collective here, right? To serve that. So what else needs clarification or elucidation here? Freedom from what? Let's look at freedom from what? All right, from the Masters, for that angel card. Wow, we're clarifying the angels today. Masters, please, one card, at least one card to start with, in clarification of what this relationship here on the path of true love between this divine feminine Samaritan and this divine masculine healer. What is this freedom from or freedom of? We'll do it that way. Good, thank you. Freedom of or freedom from? A clue, a tip, a hint. A hint. No, if I get confused, I won't take it. I don't want to have to second guess. Please, what is the nature of this retreat? Or what is it freedom from, please? My masters, a clue, a tip, a hint. And I still got 2. Oh, self-worth and luck. So there's a, that's good. Ding, 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 no womp womp. So there's something very lucky about this, that perhaps this is sort of like a lucky, spontaneous, divinely timed getaway. That sort of freedom. It's like, oh my God, we're so lucky, let's get the fuck out of town, right? Well, and again, it can be retreating. You know, nowadays, you can shut off your phone and retreat from the whole world, right? Lock the door, bar the windows, put up some walls, some shields, burn more than sage, honey. So with that self-worth here, that there's a freedom of self-worth, that there's a lucky experience in that, almost like you stumble over that the two of you really bring out the best in each other, and that you are both really, really worthy. You know, I cannot just feel that in my heart. I feel that in my solar plexus. That would make sense. Self-esteem, solar plexus, right? Right. That personal power. That there is a real genuine healing that's going on here. But I want one more card of clarity about that Emperor card. Can you please show me the nature, my masters? The nature. Please show me the nature of this Emperor card, this retreat with the Emperor. What's that about? I kind of want to know. Okay, there's a problem about a deception, some never enough, that is healed with joy and giving. Whoa. All right, I'll do these one at a time. That was a lot to come out at once. So we've got 3 problem cards, a grace card, and a healing card. So the first one came out that there is a problem. So it can be a retreat from a problem, and the problem being deception. So it does feel like this is a sneak away. Like deception, not necessarily that these two are deceiving each other, but they're kind of like, oh my God, let's both get out of town. Let's tell no one. Like I said, sort of shut off your phone if it's a retreat within, but it does feel together. I cannot take my eye off that 10 of Cups card. So you see that, right? It's like deception, but it feels like the two of you are in on it, which can be very, very fun. And you know, in a retreat from never enough, it feels like, oh, I get it. Like because one's a Samaritan and one's a healer, people are always coming at you, coming for you like vampires, tarot junkies. If you're a reader, right? Tarot junkies and psychic vampires. I'll go watch my Witches and Vampires video on Vimeo. I go into that. I teach that in a much larger context when I teach tarot. But you know, it gets draining. This feels like, particularly with the healer, this is an opportunity for y'all to heal some stuff yourself. So this problem and deception is just laced with joy. And joy is different than happy. Joy is like the natural state of who we are. So there might be a little naughtiness in this, although that card does exist in this deck, it did not pop up. But with that thing of never enough, that there is giving. So that to that which has felt dry, which has been parched, is given, is filled, and that totally makes sense with this 10 of Pentacles, Inanna's house of heaven. I'm going to push you guys over to the side, and let's get our last 3, our whispers of true love, 1 for the divine feminine, 1 for the divine masculine, and 1 for the 2 of them together. I love this part. God, Goddess, all that is, please 1 card for the divine feminine in this Pisces sun, moon, rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for August 2019. Please, just 1 card in guidance and grace. And we've got 2. I'm going to do this. I asked for 1. I don't want to break the code. Please. Top 1. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. So divine feminine here, this card is saying, express yourself in here, that you might be feeling like really tired. Really speak up. This is your opportunity to express yourself with communication that perhaps the divine feminine has been withholding a little bit, and that's why this freedom, this very lucky freedom, that the self-worth is there, and that feels for both. It's not like just because it's on this side it's divine feminine. It feels like this is what's going on. And really, aside from those 3 clarifiers, there's nothing here to worry about. I love the card of retreat. I'm like, retreat! Shut off the phone. So for the Divine Masculine, God, Goddess, all that is, please one card for the Divine Masculine in this Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for August 2019. There you are. True love. This card just came up in the Aquarian reading. True love. This is a love. This is a once in a lifetime love. This is a once in a lifetime love. See, that's the thing. That the true loves have to be a little sneaky right now, right? Because chances are, and it's not always about a third person situation, but they are in situations that challenge the ego, what other people think, right? What other people feel, your attachments and people's attachments to you. Symbiotic, which you could say is usually it's kind of soulmatey. It's like it's equal exchange. But if the threads have turned from lead to gold, that's one thing. If the threads have changed from gold to lead, that's another. It's still alchemy. Tricky. So let's get our last one here. So we've really got like be willing to express love, and then we've got here Divine Masculine might very no, this is true love. I don't want to say the healer would know it more than the Samaritan, but the Samaritan might be exhausted and not used to asking for what they want. Thank you. Really good opportunity here. So please, one last card. God, Goddess, all that is, please. One card for this Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. On the path of true love for August 2019. One for both of them. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Oh, I'm getting a hit on that. That, yes, this retreat is going to be helpful for you to tune, but that love is everywhere. That the love that you're feeling is of most likely a true love nature, which means divine love is involved here, which of course then totally illuminates that card of the Emperor in this deck. It's called Pan, Daughters of the Moon Tarot. It's Pan, and there's a goat in there. There's some horns going on there. It definitely can be felt as a sexual card. But there's something very emotionally satisfying here and healing here. And so for the overall, I'm going to say, let's say this. Let's do this. Oh, I want a blueberry. I love blueberries. Sorry to eat in front of you, but juicy, sweet. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, please bless all Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for August 2019, that they may be given all that they need to grow, to heal, to learn, to become the best that they can be, and fulfill their roles in the divine plan on the path of true love for the well-being of all. Thank you. Thank you. So mote it be. Well, there you have it, Pisces. I want myself included in that prayer. I'm a Pisces moon. I can see some stuff going on here that maybe possibly have something to do with me, but I'm sure I'll catch it more in edits as I usually do. But for now, my fishy friends, my mermaids, my mermen, my mer people in general, my mer witches, I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like, share this stuff as you may, because I'm on the journey, and this is just day one. Oh, I'm blessed. That's why I got the berries out. I forgot, because it's Lamas. It's Luchnesad, the first harvest. So go bite something sweet or someone. Retreat and eat. I love you all so much. And for now, I wish you again blessed Luchnesad, blessed new moon, and hail. Farewell, and blessed be.